Hey friends, TUXX here. This is a by request video. I've had people ask me off and on. They're like, hey TUXX, what is the best way of tagging your MP3 collection? Okay, because no doubt if you're getting MP3s from a bunch of different sources, you know, you're going to put them on your NW-A306 or whatever MP3 player you like the best. You know, you want to make sure your tags are right. You want to make sure it says beautiful day if it really is beautiful day, you know, and you want to make sure the band's right, the spelling's right, and album art's right, all that good stuff. And I have a solution. This is what I do, okay? And again, this will work for any basic MP3. It doesn't matter where you're getting it from or what you're playing it on. But again, the Sony NW-A306 is a pretty great little player, okay? So I'm going to hold it for this particular video. But I do have videos on other MP3 players back in my queue, okay? So the software I like to use is available for free, okay? It's so simple. I just go to Google, and I'm not even sure what it's called. I'm just going to type in, I typed in free MP3 Tag Editor, okay? So we're going to hit enter here and see what pulls up. And here are the choices it has. And the very top one here is the one. It says MP3 Tag Universal Tag Editor, okay? And it works on OGG, FLAC, MP4, all the good stuff, okay? So basically, there is a lot of tag editors. You do have to be careful, though, because sometimes you click on a link on Google, and it's like, oh, free tag editor. And it's like, well, it's not really free. They want you to pay a monthly charge, but it's free to download it or look at it or whatever, you know? But this is free, okay? There is, I don't pay any monthly charge, and I don't think they even have an upgrade thing, although there is a support button, okay, which I probably should support because I do like this software. And I'm going to download it. Okay, so you just go through and you can tag, you know, a 64-bit or 32, and of course there's different versions for different systems. Talks about consider downloading. Okay, I'll definitely consider. Okay, and then basically it downloads the editor, which in my case is going to be right up here, and is already downloaded. So we're just going to click that now. And this, by the way, is the Surface Pro 6, and I do use this a lot. People say, hey TUXX, where do you store your music collection? And I do store it in a lot of places, on flash drives in my car, you know, on a whole bunch of MP3 players. Like, I don't even know if you guys know how many MP3 players I have. It's a lot, okay? It's a lot. And you go back in my queue, you can see a lot of them all have little memory cards in them, okay? And sometimes I have certain players which I just listen to FLAC, like this one here, and certain ones which are just for MP3s, and ones that are for just my favorite songs, and ones that are for everything under the sun, you know. So it's great to have multiple players. I do recommend all you guys really check out different players and see what is the best one for you. But for this video, I'm using this one here, the NW-A306, okay? All right, back on track here. So welcome to MP3 Tag. We're going to hit next here and just set it up. I want to show you how simple this is. Agree. Okay, here you can do a standard installation. You can do a portable installation. I'm just going to do standard for the sake of hooking it up here. Do I want to allow it to make changes? Yeah, I guess. And I don't think this installs anything too weird. Sometimes you can overwrite anything extra puts in if you want, if you go through the settings. I'm just going to put it on C here. It looks like this space requires 16 megabytes, so very small. And it looks like I have about 167 gigs left on here. And a lot of that is because I have a lot of software on here and, of course, music. So that's something which is another reason it's nice to have like one tablet or like a Surface here just for MP3s. And I do like this one because I have a real keyboard on it. I got the touch keyboard, and so it's very nice for tagging purposes. We're going to click finish here, and we'll launch the software here and show you this real quick. Now, the software here is a little bit tricky, maybe because it is free, but I think it's well worth it. It's definitely something which I've been using for years, and I'm a big fan of. Okay, so it probably gave me a thing right down here is my icon. I'll pull this up here just so you can see it. Right there, okay, well, out of the glare, right there. Okay, so right there, and we're just going to double click that, and then this will launch it, okay? And this is a pretty robust tag editor. It allows you to change genres, years, you know, you can pretty much change it however you want. And I do a lot of weird little custom things to my music collection where I'll make, you know, certain things, playlists by genre oftentimes. Now, when you first open this, it doesn't really find music, okay? So you're going to have to add music. You see it look kind of blank here. So we're going to go ahead and try and find the directory, and I believe I do have a music directory in this particular Surface. Let me just try music for fun, and we'll see if that pulls up something. And we'll select folder, and sure enough, it's already rendering directory. So this isn't my whole big collection. Otherwise, we'd probably be here for a real long time. But this is a nice little collection. It looks like I got 897 MP3s on this Surface, okay? So it's like a partial collection. Don't laugh at me because I have no idea what songs we're going to pull up in this thing, okay? So I do collect pretty much everything. So who knows what I have in here. So this is going to go ahead and render. Basically, it's reading the music and adding it to the directory. I'm going to give this a second while it adds the 800 songs, and we'll be right back. Okay, just to check in real quick, we're still sitting here. Right now we're at 564, 565, and this is taking a really long time. But you know what? I am going to go ahead and cancel right now, and I'm going to show you just real quickly on the songs we have how it looks. Okay, so we're going to hit this. We're going to cancel, and here's a bunch of songs, and you can see this free actual MP3 tagger can take time. If you have a lot of songs, it's going to take you time to import them all. Okay, so here we have Gorillaz, okay, and the genre it gave it was pop, rock, alternative, and you can see that a lot of these tags look good. It says New Gold, that's right. Gorillaz is the artist, that's correct. Cracker Island is the album, that's correct. The year looks correct, track number 2. Everything looks really good here. But let's say you wanted to create some other genre, or if you wanted to change any of this, if you wanted to change the Gorillaz to be without a Z on the end because that annoys you or something, you could easily change anything in here, okay? But just for the sake of this video, we'll go ahead and take this and delete this. Let me say I just want to call this like 2024. It's my favorite songs of 2024. So we'll just type in 2024 just like that. Simple as that. And we're going to hit the save icon, this little floppy disk right up here in the corner. Okay, right there. We're going to click that. And now that is automatically saved it to this. And now we have a different genre. So that way, if I put this MP3 collection into a player or the car or whatever, it can go ahead and I can say, you know, play genre 2024, and now it will find Gorillaz, even though Gorillaz technically is from a few years earlier. Does that make sense? I hope it does, okay? But this is my favorite program. Again, all you have to do at the end of the whole thing is just make sure you hit save. Make sure you save your changes, you know, and that's all there is to it. You can easily just, you know, do different libraries. You can just do part of a library. If your library is really huge, you don't have to retag everything in one shot. It's just really great free software that works really well for me. And especially when you have a lot of MP3 players, you know, like if you want to have a good little collection going for your NW-A306, you want to make sure your tags are good because you want to be able to look at the correct artwork when you play the song. So now if you did make any changes, when you click this, you can see it would change the artwork to what you have in there. So it's very easy to change. And you can really make that whatever artwork you want it to be. But I found really with any player, not just the Sony player here, it works really well. It's nice software. It's free. It's easy to use. And I will have a link for this right below. So click that link to get yours. And if you're not familiar with the NW-A306, great little music player from Sony as part of their Walkman series. And I will have a link for this right below as well, right down here, okay? To recap, the MP3 tag program here is a great little free program. I'd highly recommend it. It's great for tagging in both pictures and actually text as well. So it's great. It's free. The link is down below. Click that link at yours and give it a try. I bet you find this is actually a really useful tool, especially being it's free. There's not a lot of advertising or, you know, junk add-on purchases or anything like that. Just download it and you're ready to go. And of course, it's great for the Sony NW-A306. I will have a link for this player, the Sony from Amazon right below. Great price, awesome player, and of course, the link for the free software will be down below too, okay? I hope that answers the question. This is what I use. I hope you enjoy it too, okay? All right, friends, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.